Anthony Varuso is the owner and driver. 4, Utica, owned by Barbara Paw with Tabitha Reeve. The 5, Tap Dancer, owned by Jean-Maurice Perron with Thomas Reynolds. 6 is No Time to Worry. Alex Savern will drive for Sharon and himself, Alexander Savern. 7, Pine Bluff, owned by the Rohe Corporation with Robert Krivelin. The 8, Evil Babe, is owned by Gerald Baldacchino Sr. and Norman Thompson with Greg Keidel. And number 9 is Fighting Fish, owned by Carolyn Atherton with Irving Atherton. That's the field of trotters and drivers for a second. Out quickly, You Toe the Mark. Peter Gary from the inside, and You Toe the Mark takes the early lead around the first turn. Right there is Utica and Tabitha Reeve. You Toe the Mark. Peter Gary takes the lead. That's Gentry and Gerald Fielding moving up second. Parked out is Utica and Tabitha Reeve looking for a spot as Spring Delta. Anthony Varuso moves up third. Utica parked out is fourth past the quarter. Pine Bluff, Robert Krivelin is fifth. Then it's 2 lengths. No Time to Worry is sixth, followed by Evil Babe seventh. Then it's Fighting Fish, and the trailer is Tap Dancer after the early break. 30-2 for the first quarter. Down the backstretch, and it's the Arden Homestead Stables. Peter Gary leading away by 2 here with You Toe the Mark. Gentry, Gerald Fielding second. Spring Delta, Anthony Varuso third. Pine Bluff and Robert Krivelin fourth. Utica, now Tabitha Reeve finds a spot on the rail fifth. No Time to Worry, and Alex Savern is sixth past the half. Then it's Greg Keidel with Evil Babe. On the outside goes Fighting Fish and Irving Atherton next to last here. And Tap Dancer at the back with Thomas Reynolds. The half was 1:01. Trying to go wire to wire here. You Toe the Mark. You Toe the Mark by 2. Peter Gary. A 1 to catch. Gentry and Gerald Fielding second. Spring Delta. Anthony Varuso takes to the outside and tries to gain but isn't. Pine Bluff. Robert Krivelin is fourth on the inside. Utica and Tabitha Reeve to the outside fifth, but Gentry is opening up. 3/4, 1:29.4. They're in the stretch, and it's Gentry. Gentry and Gerald on the inside. Gentry and Peter Gary by about 3-4 lengths. Gentry now getting a bit tired. Here comes Tabitha Reeve on the outside with Utica. On the inside, Gentry and Gerald Fielding between horses, Pine Bluff and Robert Krivelin, and they're closing in. You Toe the Mark needs the wire. Pine Bluff, it looks like Pine Bluff and Robert Krivelin nailed You Toe the Mark and Peter Gary in 2 minutes and 1/5. Photo called there, 2 minutes, 1/5. You Toe the Mark was second, and 4, Utica was third. 7-2-4. Congratulations to Robert Krivelin. Pine Bluff, the winning trotter, a 4-year-old bay gelded son of Pine Chip out of Ross, Hanover by Super Bowl, owned by the Rohe Corporation of New York. New York. This trotter is trained in the Ray Schnitker stable by Paul Doherty. And winning driver today, Robert Krivelin. Second win of the season. The time for the mile, 2 minutes and 1/5. Pine Bluff, Robert Krivelin, an active amateur driver in the CK Billings series. Here's the rundown. Top down for the second non-wagering race. 4, 2, 6. Once again, the rundown for the second non-wagering race. 4, 2, 6. 3, 8, 9, 1, 7, 5. Recheck.